In this video, we're going to talk about the E-6B. Now the E-6B is just slightly different compared to the A error code. And basically what this is saying is any one of those probes that we just talked about in the E-6A video, any one of those probes, this is now with the B variant is going to mean that either any of those probes are shorted internally. So instead of it being an open circuit, basically it's saying that it's shorted internally and it's an internal fault. Remember, on the air logs, it's going to tell us exactly which probe that was, whether it was a heat sink probe, whether it was heater number 3 versus heater number 9, etc. It's going to tell us that. So what we can do is either unplug our temperature probe over here on the side. If it is one of our heater probes, we can kind of plug that back in just to make sure that it wasn't a faulty connection. Check our wiring to make sure there's no bare wires showing, and then jump up to the top here and do the same thing if it's a heat sink probe or if it's our connections up here at the top on the I/O board. Now it's going to require the same components that we want to take to the job site with us for that first time fix rate that we talked about in the E-6A video. And basically that's going to be a heater assembly, our heat sink probe, and last but not least, our I/O board. So that's kind of what troubleshooting would look like for that. It's not a very in-depth troubleshooting. It usually ends up being an internal failure within that component and would likely need to be replaced.